Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into one of the biggest and fastest moving industries out there, the tech that's inside our kids' classrooms. And trust me, the numbers behind it are absolutely mind-blowing.
So let's just start with this number right here. Just let it sink in. $2.65 trillion. That's the estimated size of the global K-12 education market for 2024. I mean, that's not just an industry, it's a global force bigger than the economies of a whole lot of countries.
But, as huge as that number is, the real story, the place where all the change is happening, is in this one slice of it. We're talking about the $163 billion edtech market. And that's what this explainer is all about. This is where the innovation is, where decisions get made that literally change how millions of kids learn every single day.
Now, you might think that this whole market is just, learning apps and cool software, but here's what's so interesting. The biggest piece of the pie, it's still hardware. Yep, laptops, tablets, those big interactive displays, these are the physical tools that the entire digital classroom is built on.
And that hardware foundation is so critical, because it's the platform for the single biggest trend that is shaping the future of school as we know it, artificial intelligence. It is causing a total seismic shift in how we even use these devices.
Just look at this growth. The market for AI in K-12 is projected to just explode, from less than $400 million today to almost $8 billion by 2033. That's not a trend, folks. That's a revolution. It's a fundamental rewiring of education, and it's forcing everyone to race to figure out AI curricula and deal with brand new challenges like data privacy.
And listen, if you think this is some far-off, futuristic thing, think again. 60%. According to a recent Gallup poll, a majority of K-12 teachers are already using AI tools in their classrooms. Right now, this is happening way faster than anyone thought it would.
So why? Why is it being adopted so fast? Well, because it's delivering a real, tangible benefit. That same study found that teachers using AI are saving, on average, nearly 6 hours of work every week. That's almost a whole day of work they get back to focus on what really matters, actually teaching.
So what's this actually look like in a real classroom? Well, AI is basically becoming the ultimate teacher's assistant. It can create custom lessons for a student who's struggling, grade a quiz in an instant, brainstorm ideas for a new lesson plan, and just handle all that paperwork that used to take up so much time.
Okay, so all this incredible tech, from the AI software to the laptops it runs on, someone's got to buy it. And it turns out, who's holding the credit card, whether it's a school district or a parent, completely changes the entire game.
It all comes down to two completely different ways of thinking. Over here, you've got school districts. Their number one concern? Total cost of ownership, or TCO. They need devices that are cheap, tough as nails, and easy for a tiny IT team to manage for thousands of students. This is Chromebook territory. Then, over here, you've got parents. They care about performance, fancy features, brand names, and the App Store. This is the world of MacBooks and iPads, just two totally different philosophies.
Let's make this super real. On the left, you have the HP Chromebook 11, a school district favorite. Its main selling point is that it's built like a tank and costs around $239 in bulk. Now compare that to the MacBook Air, a top pick for parents. It starts at $999 even with a student discount, and it's all about raw power and Apple's amazing ecosystem. One is built to survive a kid's backpack, the other's built to edit a 4K movie.
So this whole school versus parent thing is pretty fascinating, but it's not the same everywhere you go. Not even close. So let's take a quick trip around the globe and see how these choices play out in other countries.
First stop, Japan. Under their massive GigaSchool program to get a device into every student's hands, Apple's iPad makes up a jaw-dropping 28% of the devices bought by schools. That is a huge difference from the US, where iPads are a pretty distant third. It really shows a national-level bet on Apple's entire ecosystem for learning. Okay, next, let's look at China. This market is just on another level of scale and price sensitivity. Here, you can find educational Android tablets for as little as $18 when you buy a bunch. Yeah, $18. This isn't about having the fastest processor, it's about pure accessibility and getting a digital tool to as many kids as possible.
And now for something completely different. Let's head to Brazil. They're pioneering a model called Device as a Service, or DaaS. So instead of a huge upfront payment to buy thousands of laptops, schools just pay a monthly subscription. And that fee covers the device, the software, the warranty, tech support, the whole shebang. It completely flips the script on school budgeting and makes new tech way more manageable.
Okay, so we've looked at the big trends, the major players, and how things are different all over the world. So, what does this all mean for you? Let's bring it all home with some smart, practical advice for both the schools and the parents out there.
For any schools and administrators listening, the key is to think long-term. Number 1, prioritize that total cost of ownership, not just the upfront price. Number 2, seriously explore these new models like Device as a Service to make your budgets predictable. And 3, this is a big one. With AI rising so fast, you have to invest in training and create clear rules to help your teachers use these powerful new tools the right way.
All right, parents, your turn. First, be really honest about what your kid actually needs versus what they want. A middle schooler just browsing the web has way different needs than a high schooler learning graphic design. Second, do not underestimate durability. Kids are rough on their tech. And finally, please check for compatibility. Make sure that awesome new laptop you bought actually works with the school stuff, like Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams.
And that really brings us to our final thought here. We've seen the incredible potential of this technology, especially AI, to totally customize learning and help out our teachers. But as we bring these powerful tools into the classroom, we have to ask ourselves a really critical question. Is AI going to be the ultimate equalizer that gives every single student a personal tutor, or is access to the best AI tools and the hardware to run them just going to create a new and even wider digital divide? That is the multi-trillion-dollar question for the future of education. Thanks for watching.